We were led astray, gentlemen. We were led astray. Bruh, I want you to get this in your head. Women do not care like you care about how the person looks. They care about so many other things equally, if not more, than how your face symmetry is, dude. I promise you, it helps. I'm not saying be ugly, but you can make up for being unattractive in your face in so many different ways.
Hey, what's up, everybody? You are now tuning into the Geeked Up Podcast, your home for entertainment, enlightenment, while adding thought-provoking questions with a comedic twist. Join us every Monday and Friday at 10 a.m. for more content.
How is that big in society? Look, how are niggas coming around off that one? Because, you know what I'm saying, you got niggas leaving genuine good people all because they think that they deserve one of these many.
They deserve one of these,
yeah.
But
Many.
To be honest with you, there's so many out here, and the statistics say that, bro, it's so many niggas not having sex or not getting into a relationship, but they out here for the taking. It's really a great time.
No. I think that's where the red pill comes into play. That right there is where the red pill is actually holds a.
You saying they all going for the same niggas like the red pill niggas be saying? They all go.
They are not out here just like any nigga. Come on.
You don't feel like there's just better chances?
Bro, here's what I'm saying. I'll tell you, not for just any nigga, but if you're a nigga that has your life together. And if you're there's no excuse for you if you're a nigga that has your life together and makes anything close to 100K or over 100K. You have the world is your oyster to get as bad as the world is your oyster. So
that comes down to you.
1% at that point. So
you are. That comes down to you fucking it off at that point. If you've got it to where like your finances are close to, if not over 100K, you secure. You good.
You're good.
And on top of this as well, you're not like literally autistic. I like to where you can't do social cues at all. Like if you, as long as you're not autistic and you've got some money right there, it all comes down to you. If you're not getting what you would like out of love,
and I won't even blame your looks because, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. There's probably less like, bro, you have to be indescribably ugly for you to not be able to work on your body enough for you to be able to find love.
No, for real.
You have to be
hang on, I gotta say this because this is more so for my older self as well too. We were led astray, gentlemen. We were led astray, bruh. I want you to get this in your head. Women do not care like you care about how the person looks. They care about so many other things equally, if not more, than how your face symmetry is, dude. I promise you, it helps. I'm not saying be ugly, but you can make up for being unattractive in your face in so many different ways, and in so many ways that I've seen that it works it's actually undeniable. Like if you get, like you said, you get your body right, your money's cool. If you're hey, how about just being a good person?
Stable.
How about being just a cool person to talk to? Have a little humor. You don't gotta be a comedian, but have a little humor, a little sense of humor. Have some interest in some things that aren't female repellent. Like aside from like video, have some interest in something that's not like unisex, like video games. Like no. I'm saying you're not really gonna get too many dates talking about video games. Like I'm saying, have some interest, have some hobbies.
And that look shit is so out the window, bro. Because honestly, really as a man, you know how hard it is to be objectively ugly as a dude. Like as a dude, like objectively ugly. Like we're talking about, like, bro. A lot of people aren't objectively ugly, and a lot of people aren't objectively attractive. A lot of people fall into the middle category. You're attracted to people, and you're ugly to some people. You're a person. You're a dude, and honestly, like, you're a dude. Like you're just a guy. You know what I'm saying? But bro, that shit does not matter, bro.
That's real.
Right? Be stable. You don't have to be rich. Be stable. Don't be stable, have a good living, and make good choices. Like, bro.
I can definitely speak on times where I've seen niggas like trying to clown like straight ugly niggas, but they got a 10 on their arm or they shoulder. But I'm like, are you laughing at that nigga? But nigga, you see what he walking with. Nigga, you doing something right, nigga.
He's doing something right. Niggas just be hating. Niggas definitely just be hating for the sake of hating, honestly. Because boy, you can make it shake. You can make it shake if you a good dude.
And you should not be lacking for any motivation, bro. Women shouldn't be your motivating factor, but bro, the simple fact of the matter is, bro, if you set three boxes, if you check those 3 boxes off of your life, you literally can secure a 8 to 10 bag, 8 to 10, easy. Yeah. Cause they out here single, they out here just all trying to get the same niggas, so it's just a whole pool of them.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, I don't know.
Hey, man, just some food for thought for the people. Just some food for thought for the people, because hey, man, there's a lot more opportunity than a lot of people will make it seem like there is out here, and not just in love, but just in general. Period. There's a whole lot of opportunity out. This is the most opportune time in history, boy. This is the safest we've been, even though it's not safe. This is the safest we've been. This is the most well informed we've been. Bro, this is the bro. We got it. We got it.
We're living amongst people not far from our age that don't know war. Don't know war, don't know a lot of shit, bro. And then you need them old school niggas get on my fucking nerves. I'm not gonna lie. I feel for them more than I feel for any nigga today. I feel for them more than I feel for, because if you got you a genuinely bad joint back in the day, right? You legit was going out putting your life on the line. Like it was some bold niggas like, hey, you don't see bad joints all the time. So you walking out with a bad, you know what I'm saying? Niggas gonna press it.
Yeah, that's the niggas. There's the niggas that was putting their damn coats on the ground over them puddles and shit. They was like, nigga, my 10 ain't doing nothing.
Chivalrous gentleman.
This mine right here. This mine. Ain't gonna let nobody take it, nigga. I'm dying over this.
What you say, sucker?
Don't you say, sucker? Nowadays, the adage is crazy, and I do feel for women because this is the position they're in, but it's really true. Nowadays, niggas not afraid to lose you because it's really another.
Sadly,
it wouldn't be hard to upgrade.
Sadly, it really goes both ways. That right there is the sad reality. I think that right there is the biggest thing. I don't necessarily even know if it's a bad thing, because I kind of similar to the conversation we had before about like the comedy thing. I don't even necessarily know. I don't think it's a good thing because the population's, we're not dying, but it's going down for sure. You know what I'm saying? Lowest birth rates that has been yet, but. Is that I don't even know if it's necessarily a bad thing, because now people are choosing partners and relationships based off of desire and like, hey, I really want this relationship. Not so much I need this relationship because I need somebody for X, Y, and Z. And like you said, how this comes back to bite you in the end, I guess we'll see, because that's something that a lot of people, in particular, we brought it up earlier in the conversation, the Red Pill gentlemen, they definitely talk about this and stuff, things like that, where it's like, yeah, those Instagram followers not going to wipe your ass when you know what I'm saying, 70 years old. They're not going to be in there doing that. So you need to get you a good, stable, a good partner, a good, stable man with you. And likewise, when you're dropping everybody off, shit. Our
relationship dynamics and interpersonal skills are done in the gutter. They're in the gutter. You talking about change? I think them shits are in the gutter. I think that's what our trade off was. Like, yeah, like it may be easy to get a baddie out here, and it may be quick. It's like fast food for relationships, but nigga, them shits are trash. Compared to what they do back in the day, nigga, that's trash. When the last time? Well, y'all are. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only single nigga on the panel, but like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you think these little niggas nowadays is walking around the house cheesing, you know what I'm saying? Leaned up on the wall, walking, playing with shit in the air, got the phone, cheesing, cuffing on the phone, walking around the house. No, niggas not doing that
no, they on FaceTime. They on FaceTime on one phone, and then on their iPad, they watching the recoil of an AR with no grip.
No grip.
That's what they watching on. That's what they watching on the iPad. They watching the shorty with the with the recoil so strong. It's like an AR with no grip.
In the damage barrel. That's facts, bro. That's facts. Like, you used to have to work harder, but bro, let alone niggas not knowing what a house phone is. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, those went out a while ago. Boy, they having cord.
Yeah, these niggas, bro, it's like fast food. They don't got it no more, bro. Niggas don't got it no more. So I don't know.
I don't know, Lee. Something you made me think of, bro. Just saying the fact that niggas or females, whoever it is in that situation, can just drop somebody if that's not You know what I'm saying? As far as like if they just looking for somebody else in that same category of what they're looking for. Do you think that percentage is probably higher in this era of what we're living in now, as far as like just finding another person that can find the same needs that you're looking for, as far as like, you know, financial stability and stuff like that?
I think, and this may be biased, and I feel like we may have a differing opinion on this, but I really want to say that I think for men, yes, I think for men the percentage is way higher, or at least there's a steep drop off with men. Mm-hmm. If you're a man that can actually, you know what I'm saying, you know, get something stable, then yes, I do think like literally you shouldn't struggle at all to find something out here. Yeah. I feel like the standards have kind of shifted for both sexes, but I feel like the standards have shifted for women in a way to that makes it harder to find a man that can satisfy their ideals they have for a relationship or what they really want as far as their future is concerned. So, yeah. I think for men, yes. For women, it's a hard call, to be honest. For women, I think it's tougher for women out here to find what they're looking for, because you got to understand the men they're going to want, just the way shit's set up for men and how like they have so much access to women. The man they're going to want is going to have access to so many women, and their options are going to be like so vast. You're going to have like. To lock him down, it would take a lot.
It's going to be pretty much impossible nowadays as well. It's pretty much seemingly impossible. Because exactly what you said, and I gotta definitely admit it, because I brought up the red pill just simply because I went through that phase and I'm come out of that phase as well. And not only that, but it's taken over. Like that whole topic is booming on YouTube. Like everybody's talking about men and women on their podcast nowadays. So it's booming nowadays right now. And one of the things that you just spoke about is both those sides are very true. The women's standards have risen, and depending on who you're talking to, especially depending on the opportunities they're given based on their looks as well, their standards can be quite unrealistic or unreal. Yeah, not even unreasonable, just unrealistic. Like you said, if you're looking for a top tier, not top tier like in the basic sense, but like a way above average man who had to put himself in position to be way above average, because unlike the Instagram model, he wasn't just born to be like that. Like he had to put some shit in there. He didn't just turn 18 and post some selfies and then, you know what I'm saying, blow up. He had to put some work in to get to that point. And so getting to that point, telling that guy to be like, all right, grab you one partner and relax. It's not very realistic, especially when, like you brought up the pool of people, there's a whole, but this is a big thing that's going backwards. Now I've noticed this in society. It's a whole trend. It appears we're going back to a polygamous society. It appears as though the society in itself is shifting back towards, there's an abundance of women that are like, look, do what you want to do. I'm going to be chilling. You know what I'm saying? I got what I want, which is you. As long as you're not like disrespectful, and shoot, we can even involve me at times, we can make this work. And as long as there are women out there that are actually giving that offer, that are like valid options for men, those types of gentlemen at the top are not ever going to want to chill out, because simply, I know I've heard women say, well, one won't do what another will. And that's very similarly the case for men now. Men now have that same psychology because porn and Instagram, and I reference porn just simply because niggas, like we said, certain body types, certain facial features, certain just people in general used to be outliers. Now, you go ahead and turn on a specific site, shoot, you seeing all of them at once in their most compromising positions at that. So it's just like, it's regular. And then for the men, I will say this is where I do actually slightly agree with you, Lee. I think that those men up at the top, they're chilling, they're having an overabundance. And I know this just because you guys also, I'm sure, have a difference in like the friend groups that you have. In my one friend group, I think about the person who's the least sexually active and the people who are the most sexually active. The disparity is like, it's laughable. Like it's not even like, it's not like the guy who don't really sleep around with any or doesn't even try to get women has like 5 or 6 partners he's been with. It's like under 4 for him. And then the guys that are like good, it's like over 40. Like it's not even close. Like it's not like, oh, they're roughly the same. Yeah. It's a disgusting close. Difference. Like it's actually disgusting how different it is. How big the difference is. And so I would honestly gotta say, And it sounds kind of weird to say because it's like, man, coming from the red pill space. But niggas, gentlemen, I ain't gonna lie, fellas. You gotta step it up. I can't lie to you. You gotta step it up. And the reason I'm saying you gotta step it up is because the world's not going backwards. The niggas in the red pill, y'all sound ridiculous telling women to work less and to like not get educated or something like that because that's going to raise their standards. What's wrong with that? I don't necessarily see the issue with that. It just means that there should be an adequate amount of men doing the same thing. You shouldn't have to. A woman shouldn't have to expect you to just bring a paycheck and be able to carry heavy shit and just be happy with that. And like, well, I got me a man.
I'm telling you now. Like, as far as in the South, bro, that's the way a lot of niggas think that way. And I'm only saying that because a lot of niggas here grow up maybe seeing like, even if they just have like a single mom household, you know what I'm saying? So they see their mom, you know, doing everything it is, you know what I'm saying, and not seeing that father figure being able to step up the role. So they play that role throughout their whole life. So a lot of niggas down here have that mentality of, you know, I'm gonna make sure that you don't have to do anything because I seen my, you know what I'm saying, my mom work all her life, so I wouldn't want my woman to work. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas have that mindset to be able to do all the, you know, bring the, you know, paychecks home and lift the heavy stuff, do like yard work and shit like that. A lot of niggas think like that, bro. Like, it's really common.
It's it's extremely common. It's very common.
Living in reality though, bro, like
you need more now. You
need more now. But like honestly, I won't even give niggas that much slack because living in the real world, bro. I know the rhetoric, and honestly, en masse, the rhetoric applies for sure. If you don't have like, you know, if you're not someone that has, you know, a certain amount of charisma or, you know, a certain amount of just something about you that draws women in. But because I'm not gonna lie, really just have goals, just like have a plan and be someone with goals. And women will entertain you, bro. Like there's really no excuse for a lot of men, to be honest with you. I don't really see a lot of excuse unless you're because I see it, bro. You don't have to be someone making 80 upwards of 80K, 90, 100K. It's all types of niggas out here doing their thing. Women, for the most part, just don't want you to be some complacent, lazy dude. You know what I'm saying? Getting, you know, it's really not much, honestly. You know, you can do your thing.
We also got to attribute a bit of this to the people before us, too, to the generations before us. And that's also as well why the standards have risen. Because although a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people, and more in particular men, still have an image of like traditional marriage and a family and getting all these things together, I actually cannot actively say the same for the women. I don't think that that's as big of an interest to them anymore as it used to be in mass. No. And the reason that that's the case is because of what the women in mass prior said about these marriages. There was a whole lot of, and I've heard it, not only have I heard it, so I know others have heard it. It was a whole lot of, if it wasn't for you and your siblings, I would have been left this, or a whole lot of, man, if I ain't this, or if I had the opportunities for school like you did, and if my people if I could just go online and sign up for a loan to do the I would have been a whole lot of that is going on.
Even how I was talking about the chivalry niggas putting the jackets down over the puddles. Nigga, if that nigga came home and that meal wasn't cooked by like 10 p.m. when he got off work after working a double, you get punched in the back of the head and slammed it with kitchen pots.
I told my ace, bro. Niggas was moving crazy, bro. I told my ace, bro. I told my dog, man. I told my A1, dog. I told my dog, man. I told him when he got married, bro. I told him we was having a conversation on the phone, bro. Bro, the traditional marriage route, that's it takes a real fucking man. It takes a real dude. It takes a real man. I'm not gonna lie, to do that shit right. Like fuck all the going out here. You trying to flip a brick now? That's like, nigga, go settle down, get a marriage. Go sustain a 30-year marriage, nigga. That's real man shit.
Don't cheat. Don't cheat. Go ahead. Don't do nothing illegal. Go ahead, get you a good job. Go ahead and try and find you.
You gotta play it bottom.
Hard, bro. That's why there's all those horror stories from traditional marriages, bro, because it takes a commitment, bro. that junk is not a game, bro. And that's why the traditional route became a horse for so many, because it's so honor based. Because love is, if your version of love is that emotional thing, it's fleeting. It's not going to last. It's not going to sustain your marriage. It takes more from a person. It takes more given from a person to sustain a marriage, bro. And I'm not going to lie, those marriage, like when that commitment fades, bro, the women are left in a precarious situation. You're relying on this man for income. You know what I'm saying? This and that.
Yeah,
it leaves the door open to be done dirty.
That's why the gentleman got to step it up nowadays, because those things, because like I said, you can't just lift heavy shit and bring home a regular 40-hour-a-week paycheck and then you'd be like, hey, where's my woman at? Like, no. You're gonna need more.
You want a glass of cognac when you walk in the door. Where's my meal, woman?
I'm talking about, bro. Like, what is wrong with you, bro? Like, bro, you crazy? It's a whole different time period, though. It's a whole different time period. Bro, it's totally different now with that kind of thing. The only thing, though, that I will say is similarly, like I said at the beginning of this, where does this bring our society? What does this lead our society towards on the back end? Because it's this is where they say it's fun now while you're 20-something. Hell, it might even be fun while you're 30-something. But when you're 40-something, 50-something, 60-something, you still gonna be switching partners because man, this nigga got me fucked up. I'm about to go ahead and okay. Go ahead. You keep on spinning these plates. Keep on rotating through these people. And I'm talking for both sexes. Go ahead, keep rotating through these people, and you're gonna see on the back end, it's gonna be very. That doesn't mean rush into the first relationship you could get possible. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying give it some thought and give it some realistic. You know what I'm saying? Give it some realistic expectations, because there's a whole lot going on from the temptation side on both ends. That it's just we've never been here before in history. We've never been here before. We're playing it by we're playing it by ear, literally.
Yeah.
We're so many steps removed from like sustainable like marriages and partnerships, bro. Like just what it takes to have. We're bro. People don't want to build with. If you ask the passerby woman if she's willing to build with the man, you know, or vice versa, people are willing to build with somebody, work through some things they may have gone through. People aren't willing to work with their partner anymore, as far as, you know, overcoming things they may have in their life, or like, you know, building up their relationship from, you know, the bottom or whatever. People en masse, people aren't willing to do that anymore, and they'll tell you. They want you. They want you made. They want you to have dealt. They want you pre-made. To have be stable. Therapy, be stable financially. They want you to be pre-made when you get to their doorstep, and that's fine. I get why they say that, but you know, when it comes to 20, 30, 40 years down the line, and you not battle tested like you should have been year 5. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's hard to imagine them lasting.
That's extremely real, because like you just said, getting a partner is one thing. Bunch of flings, bunch of small relationships, experimentation, that's not even necessarily a bad thing. But the part that you brought up is very key. What happens when you get past that experimentation phase and you've never held a relationship longer than a year or two? You've never been with somebody longer than a year or two. You've never spent more than a weekend with somebody. Like you've never spent a full 7 days, a full 2 weeks with somebody, waking up next to them, going to sleep next to them, over and over type shit. Like, how do you you think you can just flip a switch? That's why this stuff is bad in the front end. Actually, that's a whole different point I didn't even bring up. This is why it's bad in the front, because you're not tuning your relationship skills. By the time you finally find a person that's pre-made and assembled, you're not going to know how to handle that package with care. You have no idea how to handle that package with care, because you done been fucking off these past however long you've been doing it. And it's not, again, that's not even necessarily a bad thing, but it gets bad when it gets to a point of oversaturation. And I've always said this, when you start cycling through good people just for the sake of cycling through them, I think something may be off there. That doesn't mean that you need to marry the first good person you come into contact with and make it work no matter what. But I think that it's at least worth seeing those kinds of relationships out, because you don't often come across really good, well put together people. So when you do, and then it's maybe a little flaw or a little thing that's maybe like something I hear from women is he's a little boring. And something I hear from men is things where it's like, similarly, she's a little boring. but not in like the traditional sense that the women mean it. Mean it in more of like maybe like an adventurous kind of a way in regards to the women. She's not dressing sexy or something like that.
And what's sad to me when we're having this conversation, I feel the conversation we're having right now even only applies to people in that stable category. When you're dealing with anybody in a higher value category, I think it's damn near bro. To lock a dude down that has that access, I feel would take so much nowadays. That raging FOMO is just like I can't see how you'd overcome it unless like you're that person's perfect, unless they're just infatuated with you. You're that person's perfect somebody.
And even then, unfortunately, the human thing is going to kick in, which is we're going to, what's the key word? Assimilate. We are going to be like, you was crazy these first couple weeks. Now after like a month or two, you kind of regular. And then a couple more months down the road, it's like, man, I ain't even really looking at her like she.
And now you walking down, and now she done got regular. You walking down the street and you see damage barrel with no grip. You see the double barrel shotgun with no grip walking down the street, and you actually got it on you,
with that grenade launcher attachment.
Grenade launcher, nigga.
No flash on the side.
No stock, nigga. Flashlight, everything, nigga.
Nigga said no stock. I'm spraying. I don't give a fuck who I hit. I'm letting everything go. I don't give a fuck who I hit.
Is crazy.
Yeah, I'm saying, bro, it's a task, bro. I really feel for those guys, bro, because honestly, like, in the stage we're at right now, it's probably great. It's probably fantastic. The pick of the litter, any girl you want, next week. But 20, 30 years down the line, oh my gosh, man, I feel for those guys because any relationship they have by that point is going to be so just fragile. So like, it's not going to be built on anything. It's going to be built on cotton, nigga. Like, I don't know.
Not hardened, not battle tested, not solid at all. And that right there, though, is an amazing conversation just to speak about all the differences that we got going on between the sexes. Because that right there, there's a whole bunch of problems on both sides that we got going on, and they all require addressing because there's a whole lot of different things going on for the people. Speaking of a whole lot of different things going on for the people, who is that gentleman that starred in Creed with Jonathan Majors?
Yeah,
I ain't even really going to talk about it, but we can just go. I would like to say, I just want to see what ends up happening with this case and what gets brought to light. I need to look into some more articles, but I'd like to see what's going on in regards to that. I want to bring this up in particular because that nigga, him and Michael B. Jordan found their way into America's sweetheart position after this damn movie. And their interviews, all I recall was seeing all types of positive masculinity, this is the type of imagery we need for our black men, that, and
I feel like
the role models.
It was only 2 weeks ago, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So I want to see how this goes because if that's what actually ends up happening, I got a whole, hey man, I might have to get. I might need to get. You know what I'm saying? Subconscious with it because it shit.
Putting the timing not weird.
Y'all still.
The timing not weird, right? Putting the timing. Y'all don't want to. Listen, I don't know, bro. I hope he didn't. But all I'm saying is this timing. We've seen it before. This is. I mean, we've seen timing like this before, bro. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. Listen.
All I can say to that situation is that someone is not nor innocent nor guilty until proven so. So I'm definitely intrigued to see how this plays out. But like you all, I'm definitely curious about this timing. Because, I mean, like I said, it feel like it was only 2 weeks ago. I feel like that movie has only been out for like 2, maybe 3 weeks.
2 weeks.
The timing is crazy, one. And then two, aside from the fact that the timing is crazy, let's just say, go down this road here. This is where my brain's going. The subconscious thought that, let's say he did do it. Video comes out like the NFL player who was like tossing his girlfriend around the damn living room and shit. Like you see Jonathan Majors on some shit like that. That nigga's tweaking. Mm-hmm. If that happens, I'm genuinely concerned about what we have going on in society because of the cognitive dissonance. I say this because women were championing this man crazy. like something vicious. Him and Michael B. And that's fine. They deserve all the praise. I'm not. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's the fact that if he did this on the back end, and this is somebody that was being championed, and women are the more socially aware sex. They are more able to read rooms. They're more able to tell energies. They're more able to be like, okay, this nigga's a weirdo. This nigga's not. This person's fucking with this person. She likes him, and the guy's like, huh, she likes me, and yeah, she likes you because da da da. Women are aware of these things. If Jonathan Major slipped under the radar like this, I think that there's an attraction to something much more primal going on that we're being so disconnected from that people are forgetting about it. This aggression, this toxic masculinity, quote unquote, it's not so toxic because clearly these are the niggas that women keep on championing left and right, assuming that he did it, even on the back end, because he's still that person. You can't act like he's a sweetheart in front of the camera and then, oh no, I didn't know he was like, he's like this the whole time. And you found this toxic character attractive.
These toxic situations keep reoccurring because, like you said, and like you're alluding to, I feel like both sexes somewhere deep down are attracted to toxic traits.
And the other,
I think it's ingrained in. I think it's ingrained
biology.
in us as people.
Women love big muscle. Not literally, but you get it.
The thing is, even if you subtract this situation, as far as like if you're talking about his figure or who he is, just talking about us as a people championing even like certain people or celebrities or even like couples. You heard niggas talking about India and Dirk for years, talking about how solid and thick they was. You know what I'm saying? How everybody want a relationship like them because of he putting her name in every damn song.
A great point.
Crying about it. You know what I'm saying? It's just things like that. And I feel like us as a society of people are kind of, I mean, niggas are legit forgetting that these are regular people at the end of the day. Of course, you look at this person as a celebrity, but you got to realize no one's perfect. No one is capable of not having mistakes at the same time or not capable of doing outlandish ass shit at the same time. Because you don't know these people, bro. You just think because they're a celebrity that they're perfect and they could do nothing to no wrong and shit like that. But it's like, bro, you got to realize that these are people. They're capable of doing shit just like anybody else. So, yeah, man, I feel like this shit has been going on, man.
Hopefully, I really genuinely hope he didn't do it. He was having a lot of success, and more success was on the way too. He had a whole Dennis Rodman role lined up and all that. Yeah. So I hope he didn't do this.
The whole MCU was be like centered around him.
He was one of the. Who was he? Kang, I think it was. Kang. Like he was. He had a whole bunch of success going.
I chalk a lot of these people up as weirdos. So, like I said, if he did it, I wouldn't be surprised. If he didn't do it, I wouldn't be surprised. You know, I just whatever.
There's something. You're slightly different when you're in the entertainment industry. Period. If you're in the entertainment industry, you're a slightly different individual because they're not regular there. Like, and I'm not even talking about the actors. I'm not even talking about the actors and I'm talking about like the execs, like the execs. The ball. Like they're like everybody's different in the entertainment industry. They got different quality.
For that simple matter, but for that simple fact, I mean, that's why when I think of stuff like this, like yes, it's a tragic thing that happened, but I think of like. My mind goes to like, okay, then if you've been sitting on this, what's been happening? Have they been extorting this nigga? If he did it, have they been like extorting this nigga? Was that what was going on with Deshaun Watson? I be feeling like there'd be sinister things, you know.
There's so many
on the surface, behind the scene. There's so many possibilities, bro. Like, because I just think of the timing like this. And like, okay, you popping now. He get a call like, okay, we want $5 million.
We want that advance, nigga.
We want that advance. You know, we see you up now. Remember that? We see you up now. He been dealing with this for 3 years. He been dealing with this for 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying? Then it should just be coming out. I be thinking, do stuff like that be going on? Like, I don't know.
Hey man, I do want to raise that question, or not question, just that final point to put a bow on this again. Then because you brought it up, and that's beautiful. That timing is crazy. You know what I'm saying? The man's at the peak right now. I don't think I've seen him around ever more than he is now. And of course, when you get to this point, something like this comes out. Again, hope he didn't do it. If he did, hey man, you gotta take that L right there. You gotta eat that. You shouldn't be strangling, nigga. You shouldn't be strangling women. Goddamn, nigga. But the same with. And I asked this question, and I this is where my brain went when the whole
thing happened with Nia Long's husband in the Celtics, and I'm forgetting this dude's name. Ime Udoka. What he did, sure, was bad, went against their policies and everything like that. But I'd be like, bro, it happens in mass in the industry, bro. And when you single out these people, it's like, okay, what are we doing here? Like, yes, he deserves punishment, but I think all of these niggas do. All this shit is going on in the industry. All this shit is going on in the industry every single day. I'm saying if Jonathan Majors going, I'll be thinking about the people we don't know that got shit.
The selective outrage. That's selective outrage, like Chris Rock was talking about, man. That selective outrage. Niggas be angry at some people for doing the same thing that others be doing, and they are heated at them, boy. Niggas
get cheated on every y'all the flambé this man. Niggas is having sex with coworkers, having sex at the workplace, cheating on their wives daily, every single day in every business, everywhere. Nigga, I mean, it happens in life. You know, I'm not likening this to nigga, you know, beating on women. I don't think, well, that happens too, but I'm not saying like it's okay. Neither of these are okay.
Neither is okay.
That happens.
Yeah. So everybody should get the same punishment for these things. Nobody should be able to skate by with like, oh, that was a fucked up situation, and then carry on. Like, oh man, that was bad.
Bro, being in the streamer sphere, bro, like, because I can only imagine how they are as actors, bro. We know there are niggas I know right now that are streaming every week that we know are like known offenders, like people that have well, niggas will be talking in circles like, yeah, he did old shorty in like and niggas will know it and just let the nigga keep rocking until it comes out, until it hits the front page, and then everybody, oh, I knew he was da 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 da. Okay, but niggas been sitting on this information for 2 years. Okay, everybody, if Jonathan Majors did do it, everybody sitting on the information, all the actors that's working with him know, oh yeah, Jonathan Majors beat his wife a year and a half back. And then when it come out, now everybody upgrades. No, you been new. Mm-hmm. You been new.
A lot of people knew. Not even in regards to just him, but just in general.
In general, with a lot of these situations.
We catch a lot of these things, we catch a lot of these clips of people saying things and doing things, and then it's just kind of like forgotten. It's really weird, and I've heard this again just to actually put a bow on this, and it's very simple. It's a sad time that we live in when I heard similarly to you, Lee, in the streamer world, Destiny gave the formula for how to get over any kind of indiscretion on the internet. You ready? Just don't say anything for like a couple days and then come back and then act like nothing happened, and people will actually carry on like nothing happened unless you said some shit that's like truly heinous. Most people are just going to forget about it after like 2-3 days, especially if you don't press it. Like you don't go a whole press route and apology video and responding to X, Y, and Z about it. If you just chill for like 2-3 days and then come back like nothing happened, maybe even issue a light apology, people will really be like, oh no, it's all right, man. Well, this nigga got caught with children. We're gonna go ahead and bash him now. And rightfully so. But still, it's a fast moving news cycle. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these things go under the radar, a lot of these things go by. But I want to slide over to his co-star, actually, Michael B. Jordan, because of a comment he made on an interview a while back. And I wanted to try to flip this for the people watching, give them some sauce, because we got some well-read gentlemen in this call right here. So, something Michael B. Jordan brought up before, where he suggested some beginner animes for all people who are looking to get into anime to check out. A couple of the options that he listed was Hunter x Hunter, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z. I think there was a couple more. What do you remember? If any? I think that those were like the main ones, though. It was Hunter x Hunter, Naruto, and Dragon Ball Z. And I think that there were like two more in there as well. I think one of them might have even been like Death Note or something. But it was like on some very generic shit. So I want to ask you, gentlemen, as well. We'll do it collectively because you don't got to each do 5 ourselves. A collective group top 5 animes that you guys have seen or checked out, or things that you would like to suggest others to check out when they're checking into anime, or just animated series in general. It doesn't necessarily have to be like
two
anime.
If we're going anime, I can definitely think of 2 that at least when I'm talking about it, not a lot of people know about it, is Baki and what's the other one? Yasuke. I think it's
That's
like
good.
about the black
samurai.
Yeah,
dude.
nigga, that's where it's at, bro. That shit hop in. I'm definitely cool with DBZ and Naruto though. I'm definitely cool with that.
Yeah, that Baki. That's hard for the
Baki
people.
tough.
That Baki is tough, bro.
Baki gotta go.
Tough.
Especially in particular, and I'm making this very particular for the fellas because I know niggas love the whole muscle bound shit. Hey, fellas, that right there put some testosterone in your chest. Seeing them fights going on right there because they get to it.
You want to see niggas throw straight hands? Oh yeah,
straight hands.
They go in body for body on Baki. That's for sure. And similarly, like you said, the Yasuke one. I want to say just one that I want to slide in there because you brought up a Black Samurai, Afro Samurai. It's not a series, but it's like two movies pretty much that he had a long time ago. Afro Samurai is really good anime for people.
Adult Swim.
You want to check out something cool, good animation, good fights, nothing that's like a super long or super topsy-turvy story with a whole bunch of lore you got to find out about and the magic spells that just a nigga with an afro on his way to becoming the number one or protecting the number one title of samurai in the world.
No, bro, I think Michael B. Jordan gave a good list, bro. Beginner anime is so because you never know what somebody's gonna be into because anime is
they're so
broad.
Vast. It's so vast.
It's so broad. You can really tap into anything. So yeah, I mean, getting this flavor, obviously, Naruto. It's hard for me to imagine somebody just don't fuck with the Naruto. The DBZ, the Death Note, obviously the Hunter x Hunter. Those are all good picks. To start off with, bro, all of those Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood,
wanted to do something quick, I would throw fucking One Punch in there. I would throw him in there.
One Punch Man, good.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I definitely throw One Punch Man in there.
If you were looking for just like entertainment, something quick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely.
What would y'all say is like a good long? Okay, that's what I'm talking. That's where I'm going with it. What would y'all say is like a good long series? Something that actually has a lot of like maybe twists and turns, maybe a lot of background you probably need because like the Naruto thing, niggas can watch it, but if like you've never seen it before, you probably need to go back to understand what the fuck is like. How are they doing some of these things? How this nigga running on water and things like that. Like you like those things need need explanation. So like what kind of shows would you watch that what I'm saying the average person probably got to dive into to really get?
Maybe One Piece probably.
That's a task right there. Boy.
You really gotta sit down and watch.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro.
What's going on?
You say that, that's so, bro. Because Quinn know me so long, bro. Niggas know Naruto's been my GOAT for years, bro. But I really buckled down and watch One Piece at the behest of some of my anime, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, and it be hurting me to really think about it, but bro, like One Piece One Piece is probably the GOAT for real.
Damn.
I said it.
It's good.
I said it before. That's my favorite art style, personally. It's personal. I know it's not the greatest, most detailed, but in personal, just for like vibe type shit, like it just is aesthetically pleasing to me. That's like the best art style in any anime. In my personal opinion,
it does have
art style,
it's so crazy, and the character designs are fire. Every single one of them.
The world building is so just. It's sculpted just so methodically, bro. The world, like this, there's really nothing like One Piece.
From the side quests to everything, from the filler episodes to everything, they're doing on journeys in this, and it's still going, an ongoing journey. It's totally worth it in my opinion. I agree with that one. Long term though, I would say actually. Although One Piece and Naruto are definitely good go-tos, I would actually say Hunter. I'm signing with Michael B. Jordan on that one. Hunter is a really good anime as far as like long-term. Like it's really good from start. Like from the first episode, you can tell, oh, this is one of them. This is one of them. And then as it goes on, the story just gets better. The characters get better. The fights get better. They get more explanations to things. Like, bro, the story is crazy. Yeah, like, not just the fights, not just the aesthetics, but like the story is genuinely like good. Like that's genuinely a good story. So Hunter,
it's crazy to see us turning the page on. Bro, I remember, bro. And niggas always talk about this, bro. I remember anime being forbidden territory, nigga. Forbidden anime. Talk about anime around a real nigga back in the nigga. What? Yeah. What are you talking about?
It's funny. It's funny.
Now it's real niggas out here putting fucking anime samples in they raps and talking about, you know what I'm saying? Niggas is doing hand signs and real niggas.
Yeah. Like, what's bro's name? Sada Baby? Not Sada Baby. Is it?
It could have been. Sada Baby probably is an anime.
Yeah.
No. The other nigga. The other nigga with the face tattoo. The Sabe. Yeah.
Anime World? Baby. I love it.
That's Baby. That's his name. Yeah.
Now that was an album.
Squarific. That's my name, but Baby. But that really goes to show, bro, and that's why this is such a great time to live in, bro, because niggas really be flipping these anime samples nowadays. Niggas is flipping them. Niggas is going crazy. Nigga, what?
That right there, I think we spoke about this before, but like, I want to bring this topic up just because we spoke about this prior. And this is a hot take of mine as well. We spoke about it before we started recording. I don't necessarily even know if the generations is entirely necessarily getting softer. I just think people are getting more educated and more open-minded, so they're finding less overtly disrespectful things funny and cool. It doesn't mean that they're not getting. It doesn't mean they're getting softer. They just find this shit not as funny because they're getting more educated. They find the gay jokes aren't as funny now that you hear a lot of the struggles that they've gone through, and like now that people are more openly gay, people probably have openly gay family members and friends. That's not in the closet no more. So that's just not as funny as it used to be. And like it's just not as funny because people aren't as ignorant anymore.
Even how we're talking about just anime now, like
at
least for me, like maybe 3 years ago, bro, I would never have. I just started watching it maybe 3 years ago. So I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, still trying to get my bearings on this shit that I've been missing for, you know what I'm saying, like X amount of years. But even like not even with that, bro, like even like it's another show. It's called The Office. It has like dry humor and shit like that. I find shit like that funny now. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I done watched that whole shit like twice, and it's like, damn, like this whole time, just like you said, just realizing shit that's you're probably more keen to now over the years.
You're open to it
earlier. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, like what else did I miss out on? You know,
into them true weirdos, nigga. Them true weird. I'm on y'all ass. I'm not gonna lie. Them true gatekeeping weirdos. I'm not gonna lie. I'm on y'all ass, nigga. Y'all should, nigga. Y'all don't know we had to. I used to get bullied for this. Y'all don't know we had to go through. First of all, I don't subscribe to that because I always done more anime shit on my sleeve.
Niggas know really why you was getting bullied.
Niggas know why you was getting bullied,
nigga. You had a tail clip to the
nigga, you was running up to the ladies in the lunch line talking about shadow clone jutsu.
And you stunk.
A leaf
band, headband.
About your headband.
And you stunk, nigga. And niggas had to loan you deodorant, nigga. And you was stinking. Nigga, I hate them niggas. Niggas get mad. They see a bad bitch talking about anime and get mad asking them questions. Oh, do you know? Do you know?
What happened on episode 167? Who did Naruto fight?
Nigga, you should be ecstatic. Bad bitches love anime now. They love anime niggas. You should be ecstatic.
Now you can probably be a little less autistic in your conversation because you got something that you were interested in talking about. I'm saying you got some shit to talk about now because
warm up a couple conversations.
I'm saying because she done seen the latest season of One Punch Man. Now you can go ahead and chop it up over that. That's good conversation.
You should be eating the most right now. Happy as shit. Nigga.
That's an extremely valid point because you should be ecstatic the fact that you could talk about this stuff with them now because real niggas and the ladies was not feeling this shit back in the day. That's definitely a fact, but I will definitely acknowledge that is the truth right there. What you just said, that's the truth right there. It wasn't because you was watching anime and you were watching Naruto on the weekend. It's because you came in with a hidden leaf headband, screaming shadow clone jutsu at the ladies, and then running off with your hands behind your back.
With your tail clipped to your jeans.
That's why.
You were running around the corners of the school and the tail just followed behind you.
Niggas with your weird little friend in the back of the cafeteria playing Shinobi battle. niggas is doing hand signs, pretending to be ninjas. Nigga, I'm still making fun of you niggas. Nigga, if you act like that today, I'm making fun of you and I watch Naruto, nigga.
Oh shit, bro. There's totally acceptable ways to be weird in society, and that is not one of them. Emulating somebody so well like that is not, it's not the flex that you may think it is. It's a talent. Go ahead, take it to the cons, my boy, because it's not hitting in these streets.
It's not going to hit there, bro.
You need to go ahead to them cons. Maybe you can find you something right there. But also as well, just speaking on those cons and speaking from that era of people, because when I say era of people, I'm referring to the niggas with tails in the library, because I used to be not a tail wearer, but you know what I'm saying? There was a period, find me in the library in the AM, checking out the mangas. But here's the craziest part, right? This is the craziest part. And this is why I said I agree with you, Lee, that it might not even work in the cons, because the people, men and women, that were in those circles with the tails, with the anime manga books, bro, they were having the most sexual relationships and the most overt, like, bro, the niggas in the manga sections have more sex than the football players. I'd be willing to argue. And not only more sex, more extravagant sex. These niggas be having whole like polygamous relationships within these manga sections. Like, I'll turn a corner in the manga section and see a nigga making out with two women, and he's dating both, and all three of them got different animal tails on, and he's dating both of them. And it's just this is just what we do.
One tail is rainbow, the other one is blue,
and one's a raccoon tail. And it's just like, well, we're all dating, we're all like a happy thruple, but the niggas got like a acne-ridden face and the tech glasses.
Freaked
all
out
the
on
weirdest stories, all the weirdest stories that used to come in school, that used to go through the school, was always from them niggas, bro. Yeah. When you heard the story of he like dildos up his butt, it was always one of them niggas. It was always one of them. Yeah, she be getting dildos. She be putting dildos in his ass. It was always one of them niggas. It was always them the niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, they're the most adventurous out there people, bro. I swear to you, because I'm a pretty decent social person. I'm not most social out there, outgoing, but decent socially, meaning like I know how to communicate with people well. Yeah. I've been cool with the cool people in school, like the coolest, the football players, the niggas that sold whatever. I've been cool with them niggas. I've also been cool with the niggas in the manga section because I was genuinely in there for my own enjoyment, like looking for the latest Death Note update. I was actually in there enjoying myself. I'll tell you this from personal experience, and I think many people who have a wide range of friends can say the same. The people in those manga sections, those anime weirdos, they are way more interesting to interact with and talk to and hang out with than like the quote unquote cool people. The people that are quote unquote cool are quite boring and bland in comparison to the conversations and the fun in those conversations you can have with people who are much more open-minded and odd in those ways, because they are way, way more interesting people. Way more interesting.
I say all that shit not gonna fly at the con, 'cause I'm not gonna lie, bro. Liking anime and manga don't give you an excuse not to take showers, bro.
No.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You may think life is unfair or whatever, bro, but listen, and the thing is, bro, them be some open-minded and very nice women to talk to at the cons. You know what I'm saying? Been to the con, cool, but I'm not gonna lie, weird is weird no matter where you lay, set your feet down.
I don't lie, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like back then, bro, I feel like them niggas had their own like arc. Like each one had their own like manga of their own life. Like with the bullying and shit. Like them niggas, I walked in rooms seeing niggas trying to power up like they Goku. You know what I'm saying? I don't walk in rooms like that. Niggas getting bullied and trying to power up, and then they get their ass whooped a little bit more just because of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I be trying to understand, because the super anime niggas, like that's just different. Like I just be trying to understand.
I don't even want to call them super anime niggas, bro, because
but it is though,
weird. Because I'm a super anime nigga. If I pulled up the list of all the anime I watched in my life, niggas would look at me different. But the thing is, bro, you would never like. It's a difference between
because you're not just
nigga.
You're not fucking dumping it on people. There's a difference from expressing yourself and being known like, I like anime. That's what
I like anime. I watch that. Being
that's
normal,
totally different.
And being you're not gonna get away with this, bro.
You shouldn't have done that.
You shouldn't have done that. It's
now
a
you'll pay,
bro.
Hey, you throw their books out their hand. It's about to get interesting now.
It's about to
bro. They do the anime laugh. Is that all you've got?
Giving you one more chance, like nigga, like don't call them super animated. I don't like, bro. They're just weird, bro. I'm a super anime nigga, bro. Being a nigga that likes anime a lot doesn't make you weird inherently, dog. Like,
yo, that is funny, funny. No, that's a fact. It just the weird people tend to gravitate towards content like that.
That's funny,
because that's crazy as hell. All right, people, I want to wrap this up with one more thing here, and this is more of a reaction. We just going to go ahead and talk about it because we should have probably even transitioned to this after the first topic about the standards changing, because there is a video that you sent, Lee, that I thought, man, the people need to hear about this one. This woman ran out of pads on the job. So she called her boyfriend and was like, yo, can you bring me some pads? Yo, I need some pads. Yo, I need some pads. He's not answering. And not only is he not answering, he has her car. So she's like, bruh, I can't leave the job. I'm bleeding. I need these goddamn... And he's not answering. I'm calling him over and over and over again. So she gets a ride from her coworker to the crib. She sees her car there and she, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure what went through everybody's mind. Oh, this nigga here, he's cheating like a mother. Oh, hell no. This nigga got some kind of woman up in here, in my car, in my house. Oh, hell no. Mm-hmm. She bust in the door. It's this nigga and his homeboys drunk and high.
Straight zooted.
And on a 2 p.m. on a Tuesday playing 2K. Eating up the baby's snacks. Eating up the baby snacks.
Box on the lap.
Eating up the baby's fruit snacks.
Guts all over the table.
Cigar guts all over the table. Empty bottle of Hennessy on the ground. Not a lick of ambition in the room, as the woman said when she entered in there.
Niggas had like $3 on the table talking about betting on the 2K game. Niggas was betting on the 2K a couple dollars. Nigga picked up on the money. He said, "What you doing there, bro? We got to finish the game." He was like, "I won, bro. I won." They was about to fight over them $3, nigga.
Yo, that is truthfully hilarious. And I really want to end this off just with this part here, is the fact that she asked, whose car is that in the driveway? And this nigga turned to his homeboy and said, this that man's girl's car. She said, oh, birds of a feather flock together. Because this nigga was borrowing her car. Because her man was borrowing her car.
She was like, you niggas broke. You ain't got no ambitions. You ain't got no goals. The one nigga was like, oh, that ain't me. That ain't me. She said, what you do? What you do? And shut that nigga up immediately. Nigga, oh my God. That was the funniest video I've seen in the past
month. Go and talk about it, Joe. What did y'all think about that? What are your opinions on the video? What are your opinions on the individual? Just the concept, the people? Go ahead, wherever you want to go with it, man. What you think about
videos like that literally validate the point I was trying to make earlier in this shit today. Women will put up with bullshit. There's no excuse for a lot of these.
This nigga has a girlfriend, and he's driving her car.
He's don't do nothing. No ambitions, no goals, no nothing. And she's willing to put up with it, bro. It don't be a lot of excuses. I know you niggas may not get the girl you want because you got, all that idolatry running around your brain. You looking at all the IG hoes every day. But you can find a woman out here. That's the first thing that went through my mind. Second thing went through my mind is, God damn. Some of these women got to put up with.
That was crazy.
These women, bro. These women be strong, bro. Like, they be strong.
Bro, I thought it was fake. I was like, bro, I don't want to believe this is real. I don't want to believe a nigga can be so warped in the brain that happens to you and your partners, and you say, yeah, I'm gonna go meet you by Ted house, and you walking out with her keys. Like, she didn't just
Yeah,
like,
that level of
happened.
That right
I was like,
there.
this got to be fake. I was like, there's no way.
Muted one. If you were trying to say,
I was like, that.
No, I was just saying them niggas was trying to finish that game.
Bro, that's a fact. They were definitely trying to get that. They were trying to finish. They were trying to follow through on that bet, man. They had them dollar bills on the table.
They not down about them $3, bro. Somebody go out to come off that.
They was really serious about that, and it's crazy to me because I will say this though, I actually like. And it's weird to say, not weird, I would say, but I actually like what she did. And the reason I like what she did is because when you get to that point, nigga, you need somebody to get your ass like that because clearly everything prior has not been working. Nothing prior worked.
like a mother talk to a child.
Bro,
like a mother,
you know what the funniest shit is? That's exactly what I was, because my mom did that shit to me when I was like 16, 17 or so, transitioning into going into like adulthood, you know what I'm saying, about to be 18 right there around the corner. And she wasn't as hard on me as her because I wasn't tweaking like that. But like I came downstairs, I came in the crib chilling from hanging out from one of my friends, and she was just like, nigga, what are you doing? You work at JCPenney every 2 weeks, and when your checks are under this amount of money, and what are you doing? How are you going to be prepared for the real world? And and then just went back to watching TV. And I was like, damn.
Yep.
Okay. And you know what that did though? And that shit definitely got me straight. Nigga, what? I was not working. I was not late. I was doing overtime. Nigga, I even stopped doing bad habits for like 2 months just because I was like, damn, she's right.
I hope that's a damn wake up call for him.
I really hope so.
No. It wasn't wake up call for them. Them niggas were worried about the betting money and going to other stead house.
I hope so.
Hearing the dynamics, you know what I'm saying? They got a kid, you know what I'm saying? You eating the little nigga.
That's snacks. The crazy part. Come on, that's bro. The crazy part. He letting his homeboy eat the child snacks. Talk about so we could just go buy some more.
Y'all emptying the guts and the
delusion all around, bro.
And shit, like, come on, bro.
It's delusion all around because you nigga, the best lawyer in the world couldn't, the best talker in the world couldn't convince me that she didn't know who that nigga was before she had a baby with him.
Hey, I'm glad you said that. There's got to be some accountability on her end too, because you chose you a nigga like this, and that goes back to the beginning conversation. Forget the looks, forget the 100K, bro. As long as you've got some redeemable attributes, women will work with you, and they'll pick you off of these redeemable attributes. If you actually take these redeemable attributes and then cultivate the rest of yourself to be a great or even just good individual, a good man, you will be in a healthy long-term relationship with a good partner. If you do that, because clearly you have something going for you for her to choose you. You were doing something right because you got chose. So you need to follow that up by actually following through and being a decent human being.
A good person,
and clearly, this nigga did not do that at all. Because that was one of the most outlandish videos I've ever seen. I've never seen 3 niggas just kicking shit like that on some
in unison.
Just kicking it. Bro. Got the 2K up, got the money on the table, Hennessy and cigar guts everywhere. Just niggas kicking it like it's.
He said, no goals, just a hood nigga, right? Just a hood nigga.
No ambition, no goals, man. I like hell. You never know, man. It could be an off day from their job, but it don't appear as though that they have very much going on, because that's crazy.
That was the latest trailer of the 4th Friday installment. So, nigga, just
bro, that hurt me to my core, bro. That hurt me to my core. I felt for him, like, bro, as a man, like going, like, bro, like, how can you live with being done like that, bro? She literally, like, she talked to him like a child. Like, she was, like, that's shit you did when you were like 12. Like, she said you do it all that and you clean it up before I get home. Like, you living life like that. You living life like this, no ambition, no goals. You playing, just eating baby snacks with your mans, betting a couple dollars on the game, smoking, drinking, and cleaning it all up for your girl get home like she your mom.
I don't know. That crazy. You gotta think, bro. I'm only thinking about how many times that conversation has been had behind closed doors, no cameras.
She didn't know what was going on. That's why she was like, "This what you doing?"
Like, I can just see this same scenario as far as like it just being him, and she's coming home and she's having to. You know what I'm saying? Keep having these same conversations over and over. And then she see this shit, and it's times 3. It's 3 niggas, not just one. Yeah. And they eating your kid shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit is a mess. In your crib, don't got your whip. And they can't even pick up a call? Yeah.
I can't pick up a call. And what I like is she even... she didn't even tweak out like I know a lot of women would. She really didn't even tweak out.
That's why I like it. That's why I like it. She just laid into their ass and then just like get the fuck out. Like, what the fuck is this? Like that's insanity. What's going on right there? Truthfully, insanity. And that right there, though, is a prime example and a beautiful relation to the first conversation we had, gentlemen, because you can't just show up with a 40-hour paycheck and the ability to lift heavy shit and think it's sweet. Because that clearly is what that nigga appeared to be doing for her to lay into him like that. And that is clearly not enough. And then also a call back to that as well. And just rehashing this kind of thought process of if you actually do those things, like we're talking about being a decent human being, being able to pick up where you need to pick up, especially in the relationship, especially if you can't pick up in other ways. Maybe you don't got $100K, but goddamn, you could do some of these chores with her type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. That'll work. A lot of women will definitely work with something like that. They'll take that and be like, okay, he's taking a good portion of the plate himself too to deal with. Okay, we can make this work. We can do a little partnership thing, and then we can shift the proportions of the plate later. You know what I'm saying? Once he starts making more money, then maybe I can work less and do X, Y, and Z more, and then he can pick up the slack. Like, these things work. These things shift over time. Only thing that has become an issue recently in relation to this is the standards, like we spoke about before. Women would like to be with a man who's able to do all of those things while simultaneously being able to do all the same things as that man, and then simultaneously being treated like a lady also. It's quite a bit to be asking for to make six figures, ask for a nigga to make six figures, and then treat you like a queen as well. And not necessarily that you need to be disrespected, but there's a lot of standards. If you're going to take on the general old school masculine role, men should be able to take on the old school feminine role of like caretaking.
I feel like that communication plays a big part in that as well, as far as like standards. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it's easy to have that conversation at the same time too, instead of just dumping that person off because you don't want to, necessarily put in the work or have those conversations with that person to like, you need to work on this, you need to work on that, instead of just, like look for somebody else.
Communication.
I feel like that communication is something that people are lacking as well, because people don't know how to communicate the proper way that they should to have those tough conversations.
I think they should just get it.
It works both ways, man. To whom much is given, much is required, bro. It works both ways, man. Yep. It works both ways. You got a man who's doing all this, paying all the bills, doing the duties as a man, really, you know what I'm saying? Great authority figure, you know what I'm saying? Knows how to drive a relationship in the way that it should go. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot asked of you on the other end of that. You can't just be, run of the mill. You gonna have to pick up some slack, and you know what I'm saying? Make yourself, like I said, it works both ways. And same thing with men to the women, like, you know what I'm saying? You can't have a woman do all this.
All that stuff. She's taking care of all the generic masculine roles. She's providing for herself. She's in the gym. She's got connections. She's got connect. She's got stuff going on in her life.
Your use.
Yeah, you still don't mean that. Well, man, these women are entitled, man. What the fuck? Like, nigga, the world's changing. Nigga, if you really feel like that's the case, step it up.
Yeah, nigga, go ahead, you better learn that pasta vazul recipe, nigga.
I'm saying, nigga, you better learn how.
Make you a sweet potato pie, nigga.
Heard this shit before. Nigga. You have the emotional range of a teaspoon. You better learn more emotions than anger and horniness, nigga. You better learn more than anger and horny. You better get some more emotional intelligence. Learn how to, you know what I'm saying? There's a whole lot more that is required of you now, because that old stuff is not so much required anymore. Women got their own careers. They enjoying working. Well, you gonna make them not? Come on now. Stop complaining about it. Get with the times, my boy. But shout out to the people tuning in to this episode of the Geeked Up Podcast. We had a great discussion here for people, because what we like to do is not only have great conversations for ourselves, but for you guys as well. Like, comment, subscribe, share, Instagram, Twitter. We on both them things. Go ahead, follow the accounts. And again, people, we love to have these conversations not only for ourselves, but for you. Check out all the other podcasts on the channel. And one more time for the people in the back, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thanks for tuning in. Inside Wolves crew, Geeked Up Podcast. We are